This is Max Williams with United Real Estate, and today I'm in Chester, Virginia. More specifically, I am off the West 100 Road corridor, and today we're going to take a look at a 5-bedroom, 3.5-bath home. This beautiful subdivision was built about 2003, and we've got other very nice, well-maintained homes. This home is situated on about 1/3 of an acre, and it has 3 levels. For those of you that are from up north, you know that we don't have a lot of finished basements here in Central Virginia, but the 3rd level will hopefully suffice for that additional space that you've come to know and love. I've got a 2-car side entry garage, super convenient. There's a pedestrian door off of that garage as well. Nice aggregate walkway. Our neighborhood is really quiet. I think I've been out here for about 15 minutes, and we haven't had a lot of cars coming through at all. We've got a nice big country porch here. This is a great place to pull up a couple rocking chairs and maybe have a nice hot latte, perhaps a premium Merlot, or even 40 ounces of your preferred beverage. My clients are definitely have many different price points as far as their home purchase, and their beverage of choice definitely reflects that. Max Williams, of course, does not judge. Okay, here on the first floor, we have our powder room. Those wood floors transition right in there as well. We've got nice chair rail in the powder room as well. Nice little detail. We're gonna go around here to our more formal section of this side of the home. We've got the columns there that kind of break up the space. Nice open floor plan, and transitioning now into our family room. Our gas log fireplace situated there in the corner. Your massive television would go right there as well. Nice open concept here. One of the most common questions I get from prospective buyers is, what does the timeline look like for purchase? And that's a great question. Obviously, if you're trying to plan your life, you want to know, does it take 5 weeks to buy a house, or does it take 5 months to buy a house? And the answer is, once you get your pre-qualification from a good local lender, I recommend local lenders over other lenders because they know local programs. I'll give you an example. We have first-time buyer programs here in this area that are specific to the county. In fact, I was at a workshop about a year ago, and they shared with us there is a grant program that is specific to just a few blocks of the city of Richmond. So there's no way a lender in Texas is going to know all of those specific programs. Plus, we don't know if that lender in Texas, if that's his or her first day on the job, or if they've been on the job 10 years. I can tell you the loan officer I'm going to send you to has a track record here in Central Virginia of over 25 years. And that's why she's #1 lender in the state of Virginia for many of these loan programs. All right, we are on the deck, and nice open backyard, not too many trees. I don't see a whole lot of fences out here. The fences that I do see are typically shorter fences. Some people like that look, a more open look for the backyard. All right, we're gonna pop over into our 2-car garage. This home is wired for an alarm system. So getting back to my original point of the process of buying a home, once we get that pre-qualification, we then talk about what's a must-have for you as a purchaser. I then will generate a list that not only includes those items, but also the areas that you are interested in. You then select the home that you potentially can fall in love with, and then we go take a look at those homes. Once you fall in love, we then generate an offer, and that offer is going to be comprised of a couple things. #1, it's going to be comprised of course, price. One of my duties as a buyer's agent is to look at other homes that have sold in the area, share them with you, and that helps us determine what fair market value should be. Once that price is determined, we also talk about terms. Terms are things like closing cost concessions. We can ask the seller to pay part or all of your closing costs. So we routinely do that. Some other terms would be your request for money for your home warranty, the dates The closing date is also going to be one of the terms and many other items on your contract. A real estate contract is pretty in-depth when it comes to being very, very specific about many things. Your total offer package with all the documents included is often 12, 15 pages or more. So there's a lot of verbiage there. One of my jobs is to walk you through that information, make sure you have a basic understanding of what you're signing. I work with a lot of first-time buyers. As a result, I'm very, very patient with that process. I want to make sure that you are totally comfortable with what you're doing and you understand it, because ultimately it's the biggest investment of your life. And you want to move forward with confidence, knowing not only that you're making the right move, but also that you're feeling good about the process. I was talking with a young lady yesterday, and she said that she was working with someone and she felt kind of rushed and just didn't feel right about how she was being treated. And I told her, I said, hey, that's a sign. Your intuition, if it's telling you something is not right, there's a good chance there's a reason. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some situations where, depending on the market and what's going on, we can't really lollygag around. And that comes back to preparation. If I, as a buyer's agent, prepare you ahead of time for what's to come, and you know that we have certain timelines and expectations and stipulations to meet, then you're much more prepared when it comes time to do so. I don't know about you, but uncertainty is one thing that we definitely don't like when it comes to business. Also, we don't like surprises. And that's another reason to work with a good lender that's going to do everything they need to do up front to make sure that you're ready to go. Okay, once that contract is what we call ratified, that means buyer and seller basically agree, then we move forward. We have our home inspection that typically takes 10 days, and that's a whole nother round of negotiation that happens after that. It's not unusual for the home inspector to come up with 12, 15 different things that need to be done, and buyer and seller negotiate. Now, of those 12 and 15 items, it's not unusual for 5 or 6 of them to be things like the doorknob is loose, or little nickel dime things like that nobody really cares about. What we're mainly concerned with are our larger high dollar items in that home inspection. I also advise all of my buyers to get a radon inspection. If you are buying a home with well and septic, a well and septic inspection, all of those things are important because you want to make sure that not only is it a good deal, but the home is safe. The best deal in the world is not a good deal if you wake up one day and you're dead because you had stuff in your water that was not supposed to be there and it killed you, or there was radon in the house and you all of a sudden got cancer because of it. So you want to make sure that all of those things are done. And like I said, that's why I'm there, to help you through that process. Okay, we are now in the hall bath, fiberglass tub shower enclosure. We're going to be moving now into the master. Once that home inspection is done, buyer and seller agree. We keep moving forward. In 5 weeks, you are actually at the closing table. In Virginia, you can close with a real estate attorney or title company. That is called the settlement agent. And you actually look to them to do all of the paperwork in order to make that transaction a reality. They handle title insurance. They handle all the recordation. There's a bunch of money that's moving back and forth. There's prorations. A lot of people and companies are getting paid whenever real estate changes hands, including Uncle Sam. All of that is taking place as a result of the things that the settlement agent is documenting. You'll have a closing statement. It's now called a CD. It used to be called a HUD, which is basically just a multiple page accounting of your transaction. You have a chance to review that, make sure it looks good. You go to the closing, we have a celebration, we take a few pictures, sign a few documents, and then that beverage of choice that we talked about earlier, we go ahead, we celebrate once I hand those keys over to you. So it's a beautiful, beautiful process. I try to make it fun, enjoyable, but most importantly, I want you to know exactly what's going on every step of the way, so you understand And hopefully by watching these videos, you know a little bit more than the average person that's getting ready to buy a home. Whether it be your first or your fifth home, hopefully you will know a little bit more than you did before you started. Max Williams, 402-7788. Can be reached on Facebook, under Richmond Area Foreclosures on YouTube, under my name, Max Williams Realtor. Be sure to please share this page, share this video with anyone that you know that may be looking to buy or sell. I do both. And also, keep in mind we have the rent-to-own program in Henrico, Chesterfield, and Hanover, starting at $12.50 a month and up. For those that aren't quite ready to buy, maybe you're coming in from out of town or just need a little bit of time. Max Williams, 402-7788. Thanks so much for taking the tour. Have a great day.